online? They can hear?
Yes.
Okay, all right. So we will continue. Sorry, on the technical error. Okay, this is what we call as technology, right? Sometimes we have to deal with it. Okay, so as I mentioned just now, my name is Dr. Farahwahida Muhammad. So I will presenting regarding the innovation process. Okay, so we will look into how the process that involve from the ideation, okay, towards the commercialization. Okay, before we proceed, maybe you have some knowledge regarding the invention and also innovation. Do you know what's the difference between invention and innovation?
Ayo.
Do you have any idea what's the difference between invention and innovation? Correct. Okay, you are correct. So means that innovation is something that we improve. Okay, maybe we have certain product, then we improve the product. So we call it as innovation. Okay, maybe for example, this microphone. Okay, just now, the case study just now, we have problem with this computer with the audio system. Then we improve. Okay, to connect with another devices to improve the setting. So this is innovation. Okay, since the technology is already there. Okay, so invention is something that we create something new in the market, not exist yet. Okay, so that one we call it as a invention. Okay. Okay, so we will proceed with the process of innovation. Okay, so we can see here, there are insight or research, okay, development, design, production engineering, pilot testing, full-scale manufacture, and market launch. Okay, so we can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There are 7 steps involved, okay, in doing the innovation processes. Okay, so these 7 steps, okay, we can see that from the research and development or invention itself. Okay, remember the definition of invention just now. Invention is something that we create something new, right? Not exist in the market. So actually the step to create the invention is from the research. Okay, so from the research or maybe some things that problem that trigger you. Okay, for example, you have problem with this kind of technology. So you want to improve or to give a solution to solve a problem. Okay, so this one, there are 2 steps involved, okay, in invention, which is insight or research, means that we need to do a research and then we develop. It's not saying that development is something that you create totally new things, okay? When we talk about development, it's involved 2 things, which is we do the modeling first and then we do the prototype. What's the difference between modeling and prototype? Modeling is something that we create unfunction. Okay, it's not function at all, but we try to design. Okay, we say that, okay, this will be the conceptual design and etc. Okay, and prototype, we try to create one model which is quite function, okay, in order to represent the model of your invention. Okay, so when you have 2 steps, okay, definitely you will involve in the invention. Okay, again, class, remember, what's the definition invention and innovation? Invention just now is creating something new, right? So innovation is we improve something new. So we are not talking about the improving something. We are talking about invent something. Okay, so when we want to invent, there will be 2 processes that involve in the development stage, which is modeling and prototyping. Correct. Okay, so we can see, okay, I will give you some full definition regarding the development process. Okay, So you can see here in the step 2, which is development, okay, you can come up with the models and you can come up with the prototype. As I mentioned before, what's the difference between models and prototype? Model is something like normally non-function, thus cannot be operated. So means that you came out a piece of paper and then you just draw or you sketch, or maybe you come up with the coding, internet coding. Okay, so that's we call it as a model. So it's not function at all. It's just the illustration of your product. Okay, or maybe your illustration of your invention. Okay, remember, we're still in the invention stage, yeah? Okay, and then the prototype often made with different material from those that will go into the final product, okay, and typically constructed as a jobbing basis, and sometimes it can be function. That's why during your final project proposal, you will come up with the prototype, something dummy, and it can be function for certain button. For example, if you are creating a website, for example, so you will see that, okay, this button will link to another page, this button will link to entry requirements and etc. So that is prototype, okay? And then maybe during your proposal, and then you create your product, it's not a final product yet. It's still a prototype. So how we can say it's a final product? Okay, let's look on the step, another step. Okay, we come back to, okay, we come back to the process. Okay, again, class, there are 2 steps involved in invention. Again, we do research and we do the development. Okay, class, in development, there are 2 steps. What is that? Models and prototype. Okay, so when we talk about research, definitely we will do some survey. Okay, we do some interview, we do some literature review. Okay, so it will fall under research and insight. These 2 steps falls under invention. Okay, again, remember the definition of invention. We want to create something new, right? Okay, the 2 steps involved. This is a 2 steps involved in the invention. Okay, throughout that, we have created the prototype. Remember, in the invention, after we modeling and we do the prototyping, and definitely we want to commercialize. We want to commercialize our product. When you create your final product, for example, for your final year project, so you it's already stated that this prototype is function and look well. So definitely we want to commercialization. We want to commercialize it. When we talk about commercialize, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There are 5 steps involved for commercialization. Okay, which is design. We have done the prototype, but still we need to design to be a better product because we want to do a commercialization. All right, and then we have to identify what kind of production engineering that we want to produce the product. Is it by batch, okay, by line, or we want to put it as a mass production, okay? And then we still proceed with the pilot testing, okay? Because in the invention, in the development, we just do a prototype, remember? It's not function completely, okay? So after we have design, we upgrade the design, we choose what production engineering that we want to use, okay? And then we do the pilot testing to make sure that the product can be done. Okay, for example, if you are from multimedia student, in multimedia, we have 2 types of testing. We have alpha testing, we have beta testing. So you can choose whether you want to do internal testing or you want to do external testing. Even though you are from software engineering student, or maybe you are from networking student, there are few types involved in the pilot testing. So you choose which testing that you want to involve in your commercialization. Okay, and then Have you done the pilot testing and you say that, oh, this product is already good, okay, nothing to add on, it can be work well. So we will do for the full scale manufacture. Okay, so means that it's a complete, we must do mastering about this one. Okay, and the last step is a market launch. Okay, when we talk about market launch, you have to think, for example, in Malaysia, we have a lots of we have a lots of opportunity for online selling. Okay, for example, we have, I'm sure Indonesia also have Shopee, something like that, right? In Malaysia, we have Carousel, we have eBay, and I'm sure Indonesia also have eBay, right? And if I'm not mistaken, one of the popular platform is Tokopedia, something like that, right? You can sell your product, even though it's just a prototype, it's still in prototyping, so still you can sell your idea. Okay, right. So these 5 steps, we falls under commercialization. Okay, again, how many steps involved? All. 7. Okay, they will have 7 process involved. The first 2 is involved in the invention, okay, and the rest involved with the commercialization. Okay, remember at my first stage of my presentation, I'm asking you about what's the difference between invention and innovation. Okay, so actually all this process, we call it as a innovation. Why? Because in each of the steps, we are improving the process. Am I right? Because when you do the development, you do the prototyping, you put some enhancement after you do the modeling, because the modeling is just unfunctioned design. Okay, and then we put a prototype, and then when we design, it's supposed to be maybe 2D, 3D, okay, or maybe it will be a augmented reality, okay, something that we can see the hologram and etc. Okay, so it falls under design, and still under the production engineering, you are innovate something, you are improving, okay, the process itself. Okay, so the rest of here, the 7 step, we call it as a innovation process. Okay, right. Okay, so we have, I've explained about this one. Okay, now, those are in online and those here, maybe you can scan this QR code. Okay, you can use your phone, or I can share, maybe I can share the link also. Okay, let me share the link. I think better you scan first. Okay. Okay, just scan first. Okay, so you will be join the classkick.com. Okay, and let me show you this one. Okay, so can you see and put your name, yeah? Their code and put your full name. Okay. Okay, and join the session. And let me see how many of you already joined this session. Okay. This is internet, right? Okay, view works, okay. All right, so Alka, Siddiq, Prawira already here, Andika, Chahya, Sutisna, and then how many already? Okay, so join this session, okay? Join this, and there are 3 review questions that you need to answer. Okay, for example, the first question, list 2 steps involved in R&D and invention. Remember the 7 steps? The first 2, insight or research. Remember? The second step is development. Okay. right? And then you can go to question number 2, asking about state the 5 steps in commercialization. Remember, after the development, what we do? We do the design, we do the whatever until the launch market, okay, until the market launch. And the last question, okay, is about define the following, okay? What is the difference between model versus prototype? Okay, just give a simple definition and I will look through what is your answer and I will see the performance. So you need to join this session because it will be sort of a evidence that you enter this session. Okay, right. So I will share again on the QR code. Okay. Okay, I give you about another 5 minutes. Okay. And we will look into how you answer the question. Okay. So this is an online assessment, okay, where I can monitor my student and just imagine after this, maybe I will look into what is the design that you will propose. Okay. For example, the classkick.com, you are allowed to paste picture. Okay. You can share with video. Okay. To represent how you answer the question, okay, the review. Do you have any problem on a sister? I hope you don't have any problem on that. Okay, I will help you. I will open again the 7 step. Oh, okay. And you can look into the innovation process. Okay, and the 7 step. And you can answer question number 1, which is you need to list out the 2 steps involved in the invention, okay? And the 5 steps involved in commercialization. And the tricky question there is, what is the definition about the model and prototype? Okay, so try to answer this one, okay? I will give you about 5 minutes. And after this, I will share with you some of my student project, okay, where in that project, it's quite, he won a silver medal for that project. And actually, I will open to you, okay, if you want to collaborate with us, okay, but I will share with you some of the I will share with you the project, and I would love that if you can join, because I want to look into the process of the approach of, thank you, okay, maybe the experience from the Indonesian punya, okay, Indonesian approach, okay. All right, so you can continue answer the question, okay. So I will continue with maybe some of the overview of what my student project. Okay. Okay. So we have done this, and after this, I will check back your answer. Okay, make sure that you're joined. Okay, we have done this. Okay, so I will share with you some of my student project. Okay, regarding the self-efficacy sign language web application. So we call it as a mute app, okay, which is help for the deaf or mute person, okay, on how they can interact with the people, okay. So I will give you some scenario regarding what happened nowadays, okay. Some of the overview, we can see that sometimes people become deaf or people become mute it's not because they're born to be deaf or mute. Sometimes they got accident, and throughout their age, for example, they have a hearing problem and etc. Okay, and according to late 2020, 48 million Americans have hearing loss, with less than 500,000 or around 1% employing sign language. After they have that problem, only 1% have a courage to learn the sign language. Okay, so some people who become deaf later in life may learn sign language in order to receive information, but they prefer to respond vocally because they are not born as a deaf person. So they still try to speak, even though we can understand what they're trying to say. Okay, so the goal of this project is to create self-efficacy sign language web tool that will allow mute, deaf, and ordinary people to communicate with one another. Okay, so this application able to provide knowledge of American Sign Language, ASL, and Malaysian Sign Language, which is in this case, we try to create Malaysian Sign Language comparison between the ASL. And I've done some research in Indonesia. You also have your own standard of sign language. We call it is BCDA, something like that. Okay, so why not in this opportunity, I would invite you to join me to come up with the collaboration project, which is we can create sign language for American Sign Language, Malaysia Sign Language, and Indonesia Sign Language. Okay, so I will give some overview. Maybe you will get some info regarding how to create a good proposal for the research. Okay. So for the research, remember the first step, the first step involved in the invention is an insight, research, and development, right? Okay, so for the project objective, you have to make a comparison with the existing application or existing website that have this kind of project, okay? And then, this is the, what we call as a model, because it's not functioning at all, okay? It's just a model, okay? So this falls under the second step, which is development. Remember the process of innovation process? Okay, so the second step is modeling. Okay, you just sketching. Okay, you create something dummy page and etc. Right? Okay, and then for example, we want to have this application where there's a video on it. Okay, for the sign language. Okay, for example, this one. Okay, you can see. Okay, this is how we say thank you. Okay, thank you. This is ASL, American Sign Language. But if you can Google out from YouTube, for example, for Indonesian Sign Language, it's quite different. Okay, and then we want to say the ABC, A to Z. Okay, that is the sign. Okay, all right. And then this is how you want to say that mom always in my heart. Okay. All right. And I think the most important thing is how we want to say COVID-19 stay at home. Okay. So this is the way to communicate with the deaf people. Okay. Just like that. It's defined, stay at home. Okay. Okay, so this is what we call as a prototype. It's a working or function development. So this is what we call as a prototype. Just now, we just have a model. Okay, this one. Sorry. This one is just a model. It's not function yet. Okay. And then we create a prototype. Okay. For example, this one. Okay. So means that when we log in, we can log into the system. So this still in the prototype, yeah? It's not development at all. Not yet. Okay. So it's still a prototype. So we can log in and then okay, so you will log in, okay, to the page, and then we can book a lesson. Okay. Okay, so there will be a proposed lesson, for example, for introduction, etc. And then it will come up with the when you want to learn, you can choose. Okay, right? Right. So you can fill out all the information about yourself. Okay. When you want to book the session, and you can check the package that you can offer, okay, to those who want to learn it online. Okay, whether you want to get 4 lessons, 8 lessons, okay, and you can make payment, but it's still a prototype. Okay, so we need to develop this kind of prototype. So after we do that, we can commercialize it. Okay, then there will be a quizzes, okay, and etc. Okay, right? So for the commercialization potential, we want to look into the revenue on how this product can be marketable and give benefit to us. Okay, right? Okay, if you're interested, okay, to join this project, okay, maybe you can just drop an email to me. Okay, maybe you are in the final semester or final year and still do not know what kind of project that you want to involve. Let's go for international collaboration. Okay, if you have maybe another idea on how we can develop that system, the mute system, so you can email me. Okay, farahwahida@unikl.edu.my. Okay, so before I end my session, let's look on the kick.com. Okay, so let me view the work. Okay. Okay, I need to share again in the. Does it appear on the screen? Okay, right. Okay, so from Abraham, let's see on the question number 2. Wow, very creative. Okay, so good, very good. Okay, because you can attach the answers, you can type the answers. Okay, well done, Abraham. Okay, Abian. Okay, let me see on your question number 3. Okay, model, normally non-function and just illustration, correct. Prototype is all about function, often made with a different material. Yes, okay, good. Okay, let's check on other student too. Okay, let me check on Aulisa Rizki. What's my answer for number 1? Okay, no, don't answer also. Oh, no answer also. Okay, Aulisa Rizki, please, maybe you can just update your answers. Okay, let's look on Aulia. Okay, Aulia say that the 5 step is a design, production engineering, pilot testing, full-scale manufacture, and market launch. Okay, good, correct. Okay, let me check on I think maybe I will check the last one before I proceed to Dr. Susana. Oh, Faraz Nurdini. I will say that this one, question number 1. Research and development and process. Research and development or insight or / research? Insight / research, right? The development is the second step. Remember? Okay. So Faraz, you still have time to update your answers. Don't worry. Okay, please update your answers. Okay. And the last one, I will say that. Okay, let's look who's the last one. Zara. Okay, Zara. Okay, let me check on the first one. Insight or research, correct. And the second one is a development. And Sarah said the 5 step is a design, blah, blah. Not market launch. It's a launch, right? Okay, so Zara, please re-edit the answers. Okay, right. And then no, what happened? Okay, function and construct as one prototype. Okay, normally non-function. Yes, correct. I think you get the idea, right? So I think I open for the question and answer. Do you have any question so far? Is it quite clear? Okay, so how many steps involved in the innovation process, class? 7 steps. Okay, what is the first 2 steps? Insight or research and development. What are the types of development? Modeling and prototyping. What is the last step in the innovation process? Market launch or market launch? Market launch, okay? So in development, okay, we do the design, okay? So we do the engineering production, okay? And towards the end, we do the market launch, okay? Okay, I think that's all from me. If you have any, if you want to proceed with any collaboration with University Kuala Lumpur, just drop an email, okay? And I will check your answer later, okay? All right, I give to Dr. Susana, okay, to continue.
Online,
Oh,
whether
yeah.
they have a question to you.
Yes, yes.
So, dear students online, do you have any questions so far? Okay, not yet. So maybe I have a question for you.
Yes,
Is that
yes,
okay?
sure. All right.
So basically in software lifecycle development, we have certain stages, right?
SDLC, you mean?
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
How to correlate the software lifecycle development with the framework that you have shared to us?
Okay, so when we talk about the system development lifecycle, okay, we come back to the name of the SDLC itself. Okay, it's a system development lifecycle. It's involved anything that relate with the system, but this one is involved in anything. It could be a website or system. It could be a product, or it could be services. Okay, for example, you want to upgrade certain services, for example, how to open the door, for example, you still can use this step of innovation process. Again, if you want to create a website, you also can use this step, okay, to represent the website. When we talk about the SDL, system development lifecycle, is one of the process or one of the methodology that we can use. Even though we cannot, maybe you are not focusing on the SDCL, system development lifecycle, and maybe you are focusing on the waterfall model. Have you heard about that one? Have you heard about agile methodology? All right. So have you heard about rapid application development, RAD? So it depends on how you want to come up with the system. So SDLC is one of the methodology that you can use. And this 7 step also is another methodology that you can use. So it depends on you. But if you are focusing on the system, I would suggest you to use the system development lifecycle, because the step is quite, I would say, general. We start with the planning, we start with development, testing, and it will cycle back, right? So it depends on you what type of process that you want to use or method that you want to use. Okay? Is it okay? All right. Okay. the challenges in innovation. Okay. One of the challenges in innovation is to culture, okay, to give awareness. Sometimes we have a paradigm shift movement. Certain people love that product, but another person don't bother about all the invention or all the innovation. Okay, again, class, we come back to the definition of innovation just now. We want to improve. Okay, we want to improve the product. We want to improve the service. Okay, so it will be a challenge to us. Sometimes maybe they quite satisfied or they're very comfortable with the old system. When you produce or you come up with a new technology, definitely it will affect them, okay? Because they're already comfortable with the system, okay? So it will be another challenges, okay? So when we talk about culture, there's lots of things, okay? Challenges, a lot. Okay, maybe if you're interested, I have another session, physical session on Friday, if I'm not mistaken. I will talk about the challenges on the innovation, okay? If you're interested, maybe you can just ask your lecturer and maybe you can join my class. It's a physical class. Okay. All right. Thank you so much. So I'll proceed with Dr. Susana. Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
May I introduce you first? Okay. So guys, this is the second guest lecture today, which is Dr. Susana Basarudin. She is completing her education in Faculty of Mathematical and Computer Science, University Technology Mara, UITM, Shah Alam, with the PhD in Information Technology and Quantitative Sciences, with the research title of Knowledge Assets Taxonomy for Public Institutions of High Learning Corporate Memory. And now she is working in University Kuala Lumpur, Malaysian Institute of Technology as a senior lecturer, same with Dr. Farahwahida. And she is teaching some of the courses, such as for the master degree, research methodology, advanced database technology. And for the bachelor, she is teaching data mining and data warehousing, information systems, system development and deployment, and etc. And if you are interested also to have like a double supervision from your supervisor in Indonesia and also Dr. Susana, you can take some topics such as research management system, and then sales system, system kelayakan, development life cycle, and so on. And also for the big data analytics. Am I right? Okay. So are you ready, Dr. Susana? Yeah. So please welcome Dr. Susana and give a big applause for him.
All right, thank you. Very good afternoon to all. Are you okay, class? Are you excited? This is, I think the program started on 2019. So you have been joining this program before? GLP program, Global Learning Program? Yeah, so few times already, but online, right? So this is the first time, yeah, whereby we have the session conducted physical, face-to-face. Yeah. So how do you feel? All right. So, okay. I do feel that we also benefits more when we have these physical sessions. So we have some connection, whereby you can understand more, hopefully, by having this physical connection. So I also can look at you and see how is your face, yeah? Is it projection, showing that you understand, showing that you are interested, or other than that, right? Okay, so today I'm going to, all right, so yeah, I'm going to have, right, this, a session on the technology you need to apply. Okay, so all of you are from this information system department, right? So you have been working with information system, you develop the system, you know the system development life cycle, yeah? A lot of system development life cycle. Have you taken your project already? Final year project? Not yet. Okay, so coming soon, yeah? You're taking your final year project. So you are developing a system on your own, right? In FYP, in final year project. Okay? So what is the purpose of having this project in your program, in your course? For you to? Anyone? Why you need to have your final year project alone, right? It's individual project. Why in every, I think in Malaysia as well, we have this final year project. So why all of you have to have this project? You don't know why? Why? Because you want to practice what you have learned, right? Okay, you have learned about database. You have developed the database design, ERD, right? All these design, and you develop it physical. So you also have established some human-computer interaction, yeah? The screen design, you interconnect. Yeah? In some of courses, you will combine all the database with the interface design. Yeah? So is that a complicated process? Developing an apps or application. What do you think? Is it a complicated process? Yes, because we have to go through for about 3-4 years to complete the whole syllabus for you to be able to develop the system, right? Okay, so that's for such as a complicated system, because in final year project you have to show that you able to apply all of the theories, the technical thing that you have learned, right? Okay, you have to design you have to come up with a problem statement. You have to find out of a system why you, what are the problem with that current system, a current flow, or people having a problem retrieving information system, right? So how does you able to contribute? So you will come up with a proposal. Yeah, you discuss with your supervisor to get a picture of how you are going to solve the problem with information system, right? So the system that you are going to develop is to help people, help you, help whatever audience that need the problem. So it must be very specific, right? Okay, so the trend now, the software now that we are having in this market is more simpler, it's more at the cloud, meaning you can retrieve it freely, rather than previously you have to pay for the systems, you have to pay for the licensing to install whatsoever. So the trend now is having all of these softwares, freely, yeah, general public license, yeah, and then using all of these things, yeah, easily to develop the system rather than, okay, what you have learned is to code the system, right? Okay, have you heard that people besides computing background developing a system? Have you heard that? They do not have a computing background. They do not have programming knowledge, but they're able to develop a system. Have you heard about that? No. Okay. So we are going to look on a few of actually one of the systems that is going to be developed, yeah, or can be developed by non-computing personnel, yeah, meaning whoever interested to do the development, they can do it. All right. Okay, just before the development processes, okay, I just want to share with you one of the software also that have been used widely, and I found it very useful. Okay, have you heard about Canva? Have you used Canva? Okay, so you have been using Canva. Canva is actually the author or the combinations of the presentation tools, right? Whereby you have all those template ready, yeah? You have various component ready for you to just embed into the platform, yeah? For you to come up with the presentation, a very good presentation, powerful presentation, yeah, a professional presentation in just short of time. Okay, so I'm not going to further about Canva to explain further about Canva because we have been using Canva, right? So the one that I will share with you is one software. Yeah, so it's called MIT Apps Inventor. Have you heard about it? No. Okay. Let's look into the software. So this is just this introduction until we talk about the software, right? So the software that we are going to talk today is something easy that you can use to do the development, because sometimes you just need a simple solution. You do not need to understand the coding, the reserved word, all those syntax, and not necessarily to solve a problem. Okay, so the exercise that we are going to do today is related to our problem in retrieving information, especially in our mobile phone. Okay, we know that WhatsApp, is very powerful. Everyone is using it. You have many groups, right? Many groups, family group, friend group, BFF group, girlfriend group, whatsoever. A lot of groups that you have. Okay, what's the problem with WhatsApp? When you want to retrieve information, let's say you want to retrieve your schedule, lab schedule. How you are going to retrieve it? Macam mana you buat? How? You're going to scroll back. Search, yes. Sometimes you search, but that will actually also, if it appears few times, repeatedly, you are going to go through it sequentially, right? Until you find the correct one, the version that you want, right? Okay. Do you have any other solution? Yeah, short solution to retrieve it on your phone, because you and your phone is a BFF, right? You cannot be separated from your phone, right? Okay, so you want everything in your phone. So how you would access that kind of information quickly in your phone? Just one touch, and you can access that. How? remember, in developing a system, is actually providing a solution, not necessarily you develop a thing. Solving a problem related to IT. Yeah, let's say small medium enterprise, they want just to record a system. You can use Google Form, right? Google Sheet. So that's solve a problem also. You do not need to develop system, but you, of course, as a computing students, you have to know all those code for a very complicated system. So how to solve this problem? Just one touch, you can look at your schedule in your phone. This is problem solving. In IT, in system development, we really have to be creative. So this is how you solve a problem. So how would you do that? Anyone? Anyone want to try? So nobody has the solution in this class for that kind of problem? One. Yes. Yes. Yeah. Home background wallpaper. Home. You can have that one, but sometimes it's messy, kan? Because you will overlap it with all those icons. Right. Okay. So we are going to develop an app in few minutes time. Yeah. So I want you all to have your schedule. Can you put it in JPEG or PNG image file? Can we do it in 1 minute's time? Okay, sure. 1 minute's time, please. Prepare your schedule in JPEG or PNG. Just print screen and save in the pin. Whatsoever, we have various ways of doing that. Are you okay with that? Do you know how to do it? Is it okay? You want me to show it to you? Or are you okay? Are you okay? Oh, very good. Very good. Okay, so we are going to assess. Now I'm going to show you the software. You can go to Apps Inventor, MIT EDU. Or you can just type MIT App Inventor in the Google and it will direct you. You can choose the link of MIT Apps Inventor. Okay, you have already the image. Right. So now, okay, maybe later if we have time, we are going to go through the websites. But now, I'm not sure if we have enough time to complete this assignment. So just, okay, we are going to create an apps here. Okay, so if you look earlier, this MIT Apps Inventor is for developing and mobile apps. So we are going to generate .apk in our Android phone. Yeah, so MIT Apps Inventor have a beta version for iOS as well. But since I don't have the iPhone, so maybe later you can use if you have the iPhone. Yeah. So the next step that we are going to do is go to the create apps just now, and you are going to have the authentication, right? So I believe all of you have this Google account, email, right? So just put in your Google account there, your email. Maybe for the first time, there are a few steps, yeah, for you to go through before you come into this screen. Okay, just go to Create Apps. Create Apps at the bottom, at the top left-hand side. Okay, and just choose the account and just register. Okay, until just what's here? No tutorial. Just close. No tutorial. Yes, until you get this one. Mine is I have few development before this, so yours should be blank. Okay, so we have all in this environment here. You're good. Okay. Right, where are you? Okay, so I think, okay, since we have already all of these things, you can create a new project. Create a new projects. We have project here, create a new project. So maybe you're going to give this name timetable and click OK. So it has the naming convention whereby you cannot start with numbers and in between you cannot have spaces. Okay, so must be connected, one word only. Right, just put in cannot start with number. Yeah, so you have at the here the name of your file. Mine is my GLP ITS schedule, right? So you have the name already. Okay, now, okay, this is what I have here in my screen, right? Okay, so when we talk about this orientation, yeah, okay, I have to explain for you lah. Right. Basically, in MIT Apps Inventor, we have designer mode or designer editor here and the blocks editor here. So the blocks editor here is actually for you to put in logic here. So all those coding is in the mode or form of puzzle. Right? So you can see here, you initialize global whatsoever. So MIT Apps Inventor is actually for beginners of programming, whereby they learn about research, the algorithm. You have learned about algorithm, right? The algorithm of how to came out with the algorithm, the logic. Right, the logic of your steps in achieving your solution, right? Okay, so that's algorithm. So people start doing this, MIT Apps Inventor for them to understand, because when you try to combine all of the logic, finally you got the product. Yeah, instead of just write everything in the paper, you do not know, is it function or not, right? Okay. So, but for this time, we are not going to use the block. We are just going to use the designer. The simplest thing that you can do is to drop the user interface here with image here. You can just drop it in the screen. But, okay, I'm using the horizontal scroll arrangement because my picture is big. So this horizontal scroll arrangement is in this drawer, the layout drawer. You can have a horizontal scroll arrangement or vertical scroll arrangement. In case of your picture is big, yeah. So just put in, okay, just put in like, okay, let's do it again. I'll delete my image. Okay, so I'll put in horizontal scroll arrangement here, and I'll put user interface and image here. Okay, inside the horizontal scroll arrangement. All right, and then I'll upload a picture here. So I have already my picture here. The schedule that I save already. So what you can do is to upload file if your file is not here, and choose the file and whatever file that you want to upload here, just okay, and it should be here. Can you have the picture here already? Upload the file already, yeah? Very good. Okay. Where's the picture? Oh, this picture. Cancel. The picture is here. Okay, so it will appear like this. Just let it be, because you can also adjust to the height or width here. Yeah, but I will just want to let it be here. Okay, so that's the solution. Okay, finish already. So we are going to, all right. So let's, we need to compile these apps using our Android. Do we have Android phone? Who has Android phone here? Ada yang ada. Okay. So what you have to do here, you have to install. You have to install Ai2 Companion. Okay, Ai2 Companion. If you go into the Play Store, okay, search for Ai2 Companion. So you came across with this cat, this MIT Ai2 Companion, and you have to install this. Yeah. So just to look into this APK, because we have not generated the APK. So just install this one into your Android phone. Okay, install this one into your Android phone. Already? Okay, you can also, okay, make sure the Wi-Fi, make sure you are using the same connection for your phone and laptop. If you are using this 5G Wi-Fi, then make sure phone also 5G, the same. Yeah, the same connection. Okay, any problem to have the same connection? Mine have problem just now, but I already have it. Are you okay? Are you okay? Do you have the AI Companion in your Android phone? If you don't have, then I can scan it for you later. Okay, but let's have the others, the Android users, to install. Complete install. All right, very good. Okay, so once you have this Android application here, so just you just go into this MIT Ai2 and click at MIT Ai2 in your phone. Okay, and then we are going to connect AI Companion at the screen, at the laptop. So it will come out with like this. So it will give you code whereby in AI Companion, in MIT AI Companion, you are going to have this connect with code or scan QR code. So you can click the scan QR code to your laptop. Okay, scan QR code to your laptop and it will render for you. Are you okay? You don't have Android phone. Okay, later I'll just run it for you. Okay, once it's rendering, yeah, we are about to finish the process. You are going to get the exactly what? Exactly the screen, yeah, inside your laptop, inside your phone. Can you get that? Right? Yes. Rendering take time, especially if your file is big, right? Okay, just click the blue one and get it right. Okay, so now you can see your schedule in your phone already, but it's not in APK file. It's not permanently in your phone. If you want to see, you have to scan. So now, okay, I will dismiss this one. Okay, right. So how to build the APK? You go to build and your build the Android APK. Build. Okay, so very easy. You want to generate the Android APK? Just click the build Android APK. It will generate an APK for you to run in your phone, and that's it. Okay. So I'll try to help those without this Android phone. Okay, want to try? Yes? Okay. Where's your okay, can you go to the connect? Connect there. Connect, yes. And AI Companion. All right. So can you okay. All right. I think I have a problem with my connection because of it's not pairing. I'm not sure. Okay. So if you have this APK generated for you, you can choose. Okay, it will show it to you. You can choose either to download the APK or you can just scan it to be installed in your handphone. Anyone reach that stage already? Not yet. What is that? Why disconnected? Oh, okay. So you can see in your phone already. Yeah. Okay. So that's the you just use the build the connect function, right? So now just go to this build. Go to the build function. Okay. And then you generate the APK. So I'm going to have this download APK now, or I can scan direct to my computer and my phone. It will install directly to your phone, or you can just download this APK, put it in your WhatsApp and double click in your WhatsApp from your phone to get it installed into your phone. Okay. So our mission now is get APK to be installed in our phone. The component is disconnected. Ah, I have it already. So how you would now do it by build, okay, an APK. So if when you connect the AI, you can see how is actually your file. If it's too small, you can adjust accordingly, right? You can get the larger one, or you can go to the property just now and just enhance it to 100% or 200% of that image for you to get it right. Okay, so anyone with APK already and install already APK in the phone? Anyone? All right. So you have it with APK, right? Right. So that is the one touch, a solution for you to look for your timetable. So no more to go to WhatsApp or go save it into the home screen whatsoever. So, okay, there are a lot of functionalities in MIT Apps Inventor as well. Okay, I just want to show you some of it. Okay, so right, okay. Go back into the Apps Inventor, mit.edu. You can learn a lot about this MIT Apps Inventor, whereby every month they will have a competition on a lot of apps uploaded by young inventors here. Okay, so if you need something simple that will not requires you to do the design, database design, the interface design, or all those connection script connecting whatsoever. So use simpler application, and you can provide the solution to the others as well. So this solve a problem too, especially kids, they have a phone, but how they are going to look at their timetable? They cannot just, wasting time, scrolling on the WhatsApp or whatever. So the MIT Apps Inventor have a lot of potential on generating various applications as well. Right? Do we have time? 7. All right. So maybe I can share it with you some of the apps in my phone that we have a workshop before this with secondary students. Form 3 is actually 15 years old students. So they develop apps using MIT Apps Inventor, such as okay, let me go inside here. That can simplify.
They are interested to just directly apply. And thank you all for your participation. So we are looking forward for another just lecture from you. And see you guys on the next episode.
Yeah, happy.